Good afternoon from a very familiar setting. It's race day here in Spain, and with everything still to play for in the championship battle, there's no room for mistakes in a Grand Prix that's well known for creating them. The 2.89 miles of the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya will push the cars to their limits through the 7 lefts and 9 rights that make up a total of 16 corners. Watch out for overtakes down the main straight and into the first turn. This is where the drivers will get best use out of their DRS this weekend. Anthony Davidson is here with me today. Together we'll be taking you through all the action of this Spanish Grand Prix. It can be hard for the cars to follow each other closely here due to the dirty air coming off the car in front. So perhaps we're looking at a more strategic Grand Prix act. What do you think on that?
I'm not too sure about that, Crofty. I mean, yes, as you say, it's hard to follow around here, but if you're brave on the brakes, you can get the job done down into turn 1, which is a medium-speed corner, so you have to be committed. And looking down at this grid today, I think we're going to see 1 or 2 drivers making a move from a long way back, maybe try to force their opponent into a mistake. I don't think this is a race that's going to be purely decided in the pit stops.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and Raikkonen, Hülkenberg, Iceman, Alonso, and Romain Grosjean. Magnussen, Gasly, Sergio Perez, and Van Dorn, Hartley, Leclerc, Lance Stroll, and Esteban Ocon, Ericsson, and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
And it's lights out, and away we go at the start of the Spanish Grand Prix as I get a good move down the inside, and I've been overtaken by a few cars. I've been swamped by the rest of the grid. Let's see how we get down the corner. There's lockups from most of the field. Most of the front wheels have locked up. Going down to the second corner, third corner. Back on board with ourselves. We are currently in P10. As we say that, we overtake Kevin Magnussen to get down to P9. This is a 17-lap race. This race could be affected by the potential for the rain to fall later on in the session. And also there could be a virtual safety car and a full safety car. And then the Qatari teammate.
That start was okay, now stay alert, threats around you.
Our next target for the rest of the race is to try and keep up with Kimi Raikkonen, who is a couple of seconds ahead of us. And we'll do a slide there. Going around towards the final few corners of lap 1. Still currently in P7, trying to catch up with Kimi Raikkonen. And Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap of a 1:28. And we cross the line. And we are getting threats from our teammate Nico Hülkenberg. And Hülkenberg attempts to overtake us. Come round into the first couple of corners on lap 2 of 17. We are currently in P1. Not P1, P7. Next round of the championship will take us to the Monaco Street Circuit, which is going to be quite a hard circuit to get only decent points from. Then after Canada, well, is where we could capitalise on the attempts to get our first win of the season. Lap 2, 17, P7. Oh, and also we've got some major upgrades coming for the next round, which failed for this round. So we have 2 major upgrades coming for the Monaco Grand Prix. There's a little bit of slide there. Going towards lap 3. the old part of the circuit. Maybe that's over there. Hamilton, Vettel sets the fastest lap.
Okay, you're approaching one of the Ferraris. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
DRS has been enabled and we are on lap 3 in P7 and the potential for rain to call down onto the track is looking like positive in this race.
Brilliant. Nice move.
And also there could also be a retirement from one of the cars in the field somewhere. And that will affect the potential for there to be a virtual and a full-on safety car.
updated as the conditions change. Gap to car in front is 7.3 seconds. Give it the best in lap you can. Happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. The gap to the leader is 16.6 seconds. quite well. Gap ahead is 13.2 seconds. Leading our teammate by 4.7 seconds.
Currently lap 7, and this is potential for the majority of the field to box this lap, as we have rain falling on the circuit quite substantially right now. So I would doubt if the car will stay out, because we are sliding quite badly around the circuit. We're in lap 7, P7. I'll be boxing this lap, most likely.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Got that.
And there is the strategy option. We are boxing this lap. We are stopping this lap because of the rain is falling quite substantially onto the Spanish track. And we don't want to be staying out any longer on this set of Supersoft compound, because we will be sliding round. And Vettel has boxed first. Was that a Red Bull and Mercedes going past? Staying out, we'll be boxing next lap. The Ferrari has gone on to the Supersoft compound, getting to the end of the race. His teammate has also done the same choice, and we are boxing in the Renault car. Entering the pit lane. He's double stacked with the Renault team, but I'm first, and then it's Nico Hulkenberg afterwards. And here comes Nico Hulkenberg. This pit stop looks a bit longer because Nico Hulkenberg is having a front wing change, and he'll be held in the pit lane a bit longer, so he'll get a poor finish of that pit stop, and he will potentially not be scoring many points in this round of the World Championship, which will also not help Renault in the Constructors' Championship, because if he doesn't score points, the Renault Constructors team would not score any points as well. So we're here with Esteban Ocon, who has also switched onto the tyre. Back to Ford myself, lap 8, running a bit wide there.
Heavy rain conditions.
The heavy rain will fall when the race has completely finished, so in the podium ceremony there will be heavy rain. So, lap 8, still on the hunt for Kimi Raikkonen, who is somewhere on the Barcelona to Catalonia circuits. Lap 8. Going to lap 9. And still chasing down Kimi Raikkonen, who is a 16 seconds in front of us, and Roman Grosjean is only just 1 second and 1/100th behind us.
Gap to teammate behind is 16.0 seconds. Information on Raikkonen may have some kind of mechanical problem.
We're on to the start finish straight on to lap 11. This rain has really changed the races up. We are still on the hunt for Kimi Räikkönen, who's over 15 seconds in front of us. Romain Grosjean is only a few tenths in front of us. And here we are with the two Red Bulls fighting out for position, and Max Verstappen has dropped a place. Verstappen is not looking...
got damage!
And I think Verstappen has more than damage. I think he has on his Red Bull a engine failure. His engine has blown, and he will not be scoring any points this weekend. So we are here with a virtual safety car, and we have to keep the Delta into the green. Otherwise we'll risk having a penalty, and that would take us out the point.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
And the VSC has ended. This was only a short VSC to get us past the incident with Max Verstappen. So we are on lap 11 and the green flag has gone. And we are running wide there once again, because the track is very hard to get the grip from because of the state that it is in. Still chasing down Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi Räikkönen is nowhere to be seen in this race. He has just charged ahead, forging a big gap between him and ourselves. So coming round on to lap 12 of the race.
Right, we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
The heavy rain will be due to fall at any time soon, but the intermediate tyre is still the fastest tyre to be on. Still got Kimi Räikkönen in front of us, and still got Romain Grosjean behind us in the half car. Still in this race, we've got a couple of laps left. We could still have another DNF, and the rain could pick up and it could be full wet tyres by the end of the race. Next week we go to Monaco, the hardest track to overtake on. So potentially we need to get pole position in that race and keep pole position all the way through to get ourselves some decent points for the championship. But we're unlikely to get pole position in that race. Potentially we could get P20.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Our gap to the car in front is 17.9 seconds.
So we need to have some good pit-stop strategy for that Monaco Grand Prix, so we can score some points for the team and for the Constructors' Championship. So currently we are on lap 14 and we are in P6 after Max Verstappen has DNF'd from this Grand Prix. So we are still chasing down Kimi Raikkonen, who is 18 seconds in front of us. And we are starting to run out of fuel. So we will be soon having to turn down the engine mode on the car. So lap 14, coming around towards the DRS straight here. And are we going to run wide? Yes, we've run slightly wide here. So we've got Grosjean 1.5 seconds behind us. Skidding over there because the tarmac is hard to get the grip on. And in 5 minutes, the race will be having a full wet condition. But hopefully by then the race will have finished. So coming round on to lap 15 of the Grand Prix.
Let's turn the engine down, please.
So now we are having to turn the engine mode down to lean for the rest of the race.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. Gap to car in front is 17.0 seconds.
And we are currently on lap 16 of 17, and we are in P6 with Kimi Raikkonen still ahead of us, and we have crashed again. We have crashed and lost our front wing, but we are still in front of Romain Grosjean, and now we have Pierre Gasly behind us in P7 in the Toro Rosso Honda car. Lap 16 of 17, we are soon to cross on to the 17th lap of the race, and this race has been an interesting race so far. So we have had one DNF so far of Max Verstappen, and we have had the rain fall for the first time this season. Look around towards the DRS straight, which is not working because of the rain. We are still in lean mode, trying to build up the fuel to get us through to the end of this Grand Prix here at the Barcelona circuit to pick up the points for 6th place. And this will help the Renault Sport team, since Nico Hulkenberg might potentially not be scoring points this weekend. So in the championship I am currently 5th, and the Renault Sport team in the championship are currently in 4th place. So Kimi Raikkonen is 22 seconds ahead of us, and Gasly is a few tenths behind us. So we are on lap 17, the final lap of this Spanish Grand Prix. So we are still in 6th place. scoring another point score for the Renault Sport F1 team, and we will pick up more points. So hopefully in the next round we get a good point score, because it is Monaco, the hardest Grand Prix to overtake on, with some tight corners and a tight tunnel section, which has caught many a driver in the past. So Sebastian Vettel has crossed the finishing line to win the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona on the 2018 season. So we are looking like to cross the line in P6, and we run wide there, and then Gasly gets close, but Gasly does not do the overtake in the Renault, or shall I say the Toro Rosso powered, or the Honda powered Toro Rosso behind us. Come around the last few corners to go on to the last lap, or to finish the last lap. We are finishing the race in 6th place after starting in 8th place. We have made up 2 positions, and we have finished in the points score.